Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I kind of wanted to talk shop, show off some of the parts that I've been ordering for the Jeep, talk about why I've been ordering them, and a couple other things to kind of give you an update on where things stand with the Jeep SRT8 turbo build. So my Jeep is a stock 6.1, got about 120,000 miles on it. Maintenance is pretty good, but before I do turbo, and since I'm going to be in there, I thought about doing a new water pump. And along with that, I've also ordered the tensioners, the pulleys, a new dry belt, upper and lower radiator hoses. The upper hose might need to be modified depending on how the turbo downpipe comes out. We're gonna work on that when it's time to put it in. But I did buy a one-piece stage 6 upper hose. We'll see if it works, it might not. And then besides that, the rest of it, you know, valve cover gaskets. I got a new oil pan gasket for when we put in the turbo drain, stuff like that for pulling the pan. So besides that, everything else has really been more performance oriented. So I kind of wanted to run through some of the performance goodies I got here, why I chose these, and let's get started. So I'll work from this side over here. So the main thing that you see in front of you is the Boost Lab 7675. So it's a part right now because I have the inlet housing, excuse me, getting powder coated, and I'm gonna have the exhaust housing heat coated so that it can stand up to the high heats and help control some of the temperatures in the bay. So that's why it's a part, but this is a brand new billet blade Boost Lab 7675. It's like I think it's a 96 AR, V-band in and out, 3.5. I run the same framed size turbo on the FD. The FD's one is just a little bit bigger. It's a 78, 76. This is a 76. So I think it's a great turbo on the FD. I wanted to give it a try on the Jeep. I think it's going to spool up just right. I think it's going to be fun. And again, we're only really going for about 10 PSI max on a stock motor. So I think this turbo will be right where it needs to be. And I will post a video when I get the powder coating stuff back. So past that, we got a couple intercooler pipes. The kit was missing some pipes, so I went ahead and bought those. We have everything I need back here to do the return lines. Again, I order all my stuff from AN Fittings. They're out of Florida. They basically have supplied all of my fuel, my oil return line stuff. It's like anhosefittings.com. They're out of Florida. They are awesome. I've had zero issues with their fittings, their hoses on the FD. Again, the entire fuel system on the FD is this company, so it's been great. Okay, over here we have just the standard 450 pump. I tried to get a Hellcat pump. They have been back ordered. Fuel pumps have been back ordered for the longest time, so I can only find the fuel pump. This is a standard 450. You know, it can do 93, it can do E85. And then I had to actually, you know, order the kit somewhere else because they were back ordered on the install kits for like, I don't know, another 2 months. Like I waited like 2 months for this thing to come in. It was just crazy how some of these lead times are just wild. All right, moving on. Let's see here. We have basically the stage 6 36-inch oil feed line. We have the Boost Lab return fittings with gaskets. And then I think also, I don't see it in here, but there's also a oil fitting for the block to feed the turbo. I have to find it, but that's where it is. All right, this is just this is a standard Gates. What is this actually? Oh yeah, this is right. All right, that's just a new radiator cap. Again, some of the maintenance items I was going through: radiator cap, HHP, lower thermostat. I believe this is the 180 thermostat. All right, now here we have is the OEM Demon injectors. So I think these are like the 740 cc's or whatever. Plug and play on the Jeep. Probably gonna be more than enough fuel than I need. So I got these. Great price on HHP. I was super surprised. I was gonna go with IDs, but like ID 1000s or what 1050Xs or whatever they are, just outrageously expensive. And I don't need that much fuel. So the 750 cc's will do what I need it to do. All right, we got the 2-step Colder NGK plugs. We got all 16 of them. That definitely was kind of expensive. You know, Hemi stuff, man, it's a lot different than the LS stuff. Then we have the HP Tuners control unit. This is how we're gonna flash the ECU. This is how I'm gonna get the tunes from my tuner. And also I believe how I'm gonna flash the TCU, I believe is done through this as well. I am gonna have to buy another part. It is Ding's racing valve body that goes in the transmission. I do not have that yet because they charge like a $200 core charge, and I'd rather order it when I'm getting ready to install it instead of having, you know, the $200 hanging out there, where I can just ship the I can just ship the stock valve body out to them so they can have a core. All right, then we have a turbo blanket. It's pretty standard, came off eBay, T4 turbo blanket, T3 T4 turbo blanket. That'll work for the Jeep. Just trying to control temps. I got some heat wrap coming as well. I might do a whole bunch of coating. I'm not sure. We'll see. And then I went ahead and ordered this UPR boost block. So basically we're gonna feed boost into it and get our readings for everything, for our gauge, boost sources for our turbo, wastegates, you know, whatever I need a boost source for, we're gonna get it through here. Luckily, I don't have to do any type of crazy, what's it called? Map sensor. Like I can actually just run this factory mod. This is a Mopar 2-bar map sensor, if I recall correctly. I think they only had the 2-bar in stock when I was ordering them. I couldn't find a 3-bar. Again, 2 bars more than what I need. We're locking the car down at, you know, 7 to 10 PSI max. That's it, stock motor, that's all I'm doing. But then going back to this, basically all of our boost sources are gonna come from one block. These things, I've used them on multiple cars, you know, different ones, but I've used boost blocks on multiple cars. They're great. And then over here, we have one thing that's new to me, one thing I've never tried before, the Innovate Motorsports boost and wideband controller. So explain this a little bit more. And this is pretty cool because it's kind of like a 2-in-1 gauge. This is going to read, you know, exhaust wideband data, okay? And it is also going to read boost data, but on top of that, it can control the boost. Like it can control how much pressure is going on the wastegate hat. It can control on the fly boost settings. I don't have to do a manual setup. So it's like a 2-in-1 gauge, and then it also lets me turn up and turn down the boost, and also it has overboost protection features, right? Like it can sense if for some reason like a line popped off a wastegate and it started to spike to like 13, it has boost protection features that'll shut it down and reduce the boost so it doesn't, you know, it doesn't blow the motor. This is more of like a data safety feature I am going for on the Jeep. I definitely want to be able to control boost really well. I want to make sure that we're not pumping a whole ton through the stock motor, because again, I really don't think it can do more than about 10 to 12, especially on 93. And I am going to look into E85 in this car. I'm not sure how it works just yet. But yeah, this is something new I'm trying out. I'm hoping it goes well. I have had issues in the past with Innovate widebands not reading or having to calibrate themselves constantly. You know, that's why I've always gone AEM. But this is something new. I've been seeing a couple other people try it. It seems like it's pretty good. So I have high hopes for this thing. The other items that I have are just random stock gasket items. The intercooler pipes are out getting coated along with the turbo housing, and I had to have a IET sensor bung welded into it. So that should be back here soon. They're gonna be shipping back to me, and then that's really it, guys. The plan is to kind of get the car maintenance up to date, like with the water pump and whatnot installed, and then at least get the crossover pipe for the turbo kit installed on the exhaust system. And then I'm probably gonna have to take it to this guy named Manny, who did the exhaust on the FD, and he's gonna have to do a whole bunch of welding modifications to kind of bring this turbo kit more up to date in a modern way, if that makes sense. Like, we're gonna add in some flex sections to help. We're also going to make it so it mounts to the motor instead of mounting to the chassis, which it was previously set up. So when the motor is flexing from on and off, you know, throttle, we're not going to run a risk of cracking, you know, exhaust flanges or cracking some pipes or something weird. So there's a lot of things I have to do to the kit, unfortunately, to kind of bring it more modern, but it is what it is. I think it'll run great. And yeah, so that's the main update, guys. We're going to be doing more updates soon. I'll do a video when I get the pipes back and the, you know, the inlet housing back for the turbo, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.